At Memorial Hospital of Martinsville in Henry County, we understand the power of home. Knowing that Memorial Hospital brings the latest technology and the best medical professionals together for you, our families, friends, and neighbors, right here in Martinsville, is sometimes the best medicine. When you need cardiac care, time is critical. Our expert cardiologists are just moments away, meaning better outcomes for you and your heart. The best in care, the closeness of family and friends. That's the power of home.
Oh, I think it's extremely important, and what we're trying to do in Washington is to make sure that we create an environment. I can't create the jobs. We need entrepreneurs like him to create the jobs. But we can create an environment, whether it be a change in the tax structure, whether it be regulations that are easier to deal with, easier to understand. Those are the kinds of things that we in Washington can do to help job creators. That's to make a better environment in which to create those jobs. And there's a lot of things we can do across the board. One of my favorites, obviously, serving on the Energy and Commerce Committee, is to talk about the explosion in American energy. If we use our energy resources correctly, and that's all of the above, including wind, solar, oil, natural gas, and coal, we use them all, we can be the #1 economic nation in the world. And what I have been doing is been working very hard to make sure that we make regulations make sense, that there be a balance. Everybody wants clean air and clean water, no question about it. But for example, there's a new regulation that the EPA is putting in on coal-fired power generation that they've proposed. They want that to go into effect in 2020, but the federal government's Department of Energy, same people working for the same administration, say that the best of those new technologies for coal-fired power plants won't be ready until 2025, 5 years after the EPA deadline. Well, that kills jobs. That doesn't bring jobs back. What you want to do is to have a balanced approach, and if you have regulations that have more time, common sense, more time to become, for the different companies to adjust to those regulations, and regulations that make sense with the science, so that the science isn't going to be ready till 2025, don't make them comply in 2020. You do those kinds of things, you keep our jobs here, and you don't make our electric prices skyrocket. Our electric prices have skyrocketed in large measure, no matter what others say, because of regulations coming out of Washington. I've been fighting those regulations because every business and every household knows that when those electric rates go up, it hurts. And if a business's energy costs get too high, not a dealership necessarily, but a manufacturer, they may have no choice but to take those jobs to another country where they aren't being forced out of business by regulations from the EPA. So we want to balance, and we can have those jobs and keep our status as #1 economic nation in the world if we work at it.
That's one of